Oh, yup. Speaking of one stitch not going through, there we go. We got it. Oh dear, it's getting nice and shiny. Because I got a thread on it right now. Does it look like, can you see the thread, or does it look like it's moving on its own? Oh dear, night. Yeah, got halfway through lunch, then full. What a waste. Send it to me. I'll eat it. I'll eat that food. I probably don't need it. I've already had lunch and breakfast, but I would eat it. I'm sure somebody else in chat would probably want it as well. Send us the food. We'll eat. We'll always eat. I really want some noodles. Now that you've talked about noodles, I'm like, damn, I've got noodles in this house. I could eat them. I've already had lunch. I've already had like curry, but like I could eat noodles as well. Oh dear. Believe me, if I would, I could. Offer to Junior, and they didn't want it either. Oh no. They are quite, well, the kimchi ones are not quite as spicy, but they are still kind of spicy. But I want it. I want it. It's such good hot weather food. It's good hot weather and cold weather because it's spicy and hot. And the spicy is good. It makes you feel cooler. I don't know. I like it. Yesterday, I know I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I'll say it again. We went out for pho, which is not something that we can get very often near us because there's no Vietnamese food places in our area. So we kind of went out of our way to go find somewhere that did pho. And, oh, it was so nice. I actually couldn't finish the bowl they gave me, which is always a bit embarrassing. Like, I like to try and finish my food. It was too much for me. But then I did add every extra. Like, the free ones. I didn't buy extras and waste them. I did add all the extras they offered me on a plate. And I was like, I'll just put everything in. I'll take everything. But, yeah. I really wanted to finish it, but I couldn't. It was so good, though. It's been so long since I've had it. Like, we were both eating it, and both at the same time were basically like, I wonder if we can make this. Because it's so good. And it's sad to only have it, like, once a year. Ah, dear. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. It's just broths take such a long time. And since we are going a lot more vegetarian, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, it's alright. Vegetable broth is fine. But, like, I don't know. It just doesn't have the same kick to it as, like, a bone broth. Ah. Because that's the thing. If I'm gonna go... Well, I'm probably never gonna go vegetarian. I'll go pescatarian, but, you know. I lose weight a bit fast to be purely vegetarian. But, oh yeah. If we were doing that, I don't like it when recipes don't taste as good. Like, the vegetarian version just doesn't taste as good. I'm not about that. I'd rather use a different recipe. Make something different. Just not make the old meals we're used to. Like, I'm not gonna make meatballs and make it out of corn. Because I know it's not gonna taste as good. And I don't like the idea of eating food that just isn't as good. But curry has been a really good one. I mean, most of the curries I liked anyway were already vegetarian. Because I love potato. And most of the potato curries don't have meat in them. And they've been a joy to start, like, trying to make. I had the sagaloo recipe that I made before, and it was really, really spicy by accident. I just put way too much cayenne pepper in it, and that's okay. We ate it, but it was painful. But that's ended up being really good. I'm putting cauliflower in it as well now. Kind of combining a sagaloo and an aloo gobi. It's getting there. There still feels like something's missing to feel the same as it does from, like, an Indian restaurant. Probably the time we spend making it is not enough. If we boiled down the sauce a lot more, that's the next step, I think. Basically boiling the sauce and reducing it for a lot longer. Because the taste is right. Like, we've got the taste down. It's just not quite strong enough. That's a good recipe, though. Can't claim that. That's not my recipe, but it is a good recipe. I had to buy a few of the ingredients off Amazon, but so worth it. So worth it. We'll do it again when I run out of those ingredients. It'd probably be easier if we had an Asian supermarket near us, but we do not. No Asian supermarket here, so I have to trust Amazon for that. But it's come through. It's been good. Oh yeah. Oh, there was something else I had. I didn't have this. Oh, I had it at like a market, and I this is gonna sound really silly because of course pickled cucumbers are gherkins, right? But they weren't gherkins. They were like slices of cucumber pickled in Szechuan, and it was so good. And ever since I'm like been wondering if I can make that at home. Can I make Szechuan pickled cucumber slices? Because my god, were they good. They literally just put them on rice. And I was like, alright, I'm a bit miffed by this, but I'll give it a go. Like, listen, you're a restaurant. You probably know what you're talking about when it comes to food. It was the best thing I ate that day. Like, we had quite a few things to eat there, and that one was by far the best. It was so good. It was so simple as well. It was literally just pickled, Szechuan pickled slices of cucumber over rice. I just, it was so good. It was so strong and so nice. Oh my god. Yeah, they were definitely the highlight of my day. I can't give up meat. I love the flavor too much. I've gotten into the habit of using or freezing leftovers and making stock from old veggies and chicken. Yeah, we're trying to get more into the habit of that. Originally, it wasn't my idea to go... Well, I'm not going vegetarian. I'm going pescatarian. But, like, you know, cutting red meats and chickens out of our life. But it's not been as... But I don't miss it so much. The thing is, I used to get really sick after eating meat. And it still wasn't my idea to do this. But, like, every time I'd have meat, I'd often be really sick, honestly. But that's because I have some stomach issues. It's not like that's not a